It's a dirty song. Coffee smells so good. Like I'm a real fucking. Yeah, bitch. I got my new pants on. They're basically BDUs. This is the first day I wore them. They're white. Then I got my new socks on. I'm a clown. People think I'm kidding around, but I'm really a clown. This is every day for me. Let's break. Oh, let's get that off, little mom. She's still sleeping. She's awake. She's just relaxing. She sleeps good at night. That's what I offer to the world. A good night's sleep. Man, people don't know what it's like not to sleep good. I slept good for a lot of years, and then starting from when I moved to Oregon, 2016, sleep became an elusive bitch to me. Just came harder to do. Of course, I went from a big old king-size bed to like a twin mattress. Me and 4 dogs, 3 dogs, and the cat would navigate. I sleep like a starfish because I live for the comfort of others. It's easy to do. It's fun to do too. More people should do it. Live a life of service. It's healthier for you. People live for themselves. They get all hooked on those energy drinks and then their hearts are exploding. Ugh. When I was in school, when I was in junior high, I had a teacher that would talk about 2 teachers, PE teachers, mean, failed me. I got an F in PE. Because I wouldn't follow their rules. Like they wanted me to take showers with the other girls, and I didn't want to do that. It made me uncomfortable. Because I like girls, and it just was like weird to me. Like, so I would wait around, and I would go screw off and do something else while they all finished showering, and then I'd get in trouble for doing the right thing. It's just how life is. You get in trouble for doing the right thing. Well, so many of the people that are doing the wrong thing get all these earthly rewards, and it's causing problems because you can't have so much greed and so much nastiness, just dirty living on planet Earth. You can't live that way, and Earth is not going to be okay with it. So Earth is just going to, nature turns on nature when it looks at something as a threat. And nature looks at the human race as a threat. She's going to scour herself. She's going to scrub herself. She's going to wash herself. She'll cleanse herself with fire. And then grow back more abundant and more beautiful than ever before. Because the cancer of the human race will be reduced yet again because they just can't fucking figure out how to keep shit clean, man. Can't freaking figure out how to make heaven on earth. Because there's plenty for everybody, but they have to make up these weird systems to put themselves in advantage. Hello, your name is Preston. Tanya? The earth is changing. It's not the imposed reality. I always looked at it different though. When they say things like all the world's a stage, I see how it's a stage. When I'd go in to apply as a busboy in a restaurant, I could see how the restaurant was set up as a stage. And the kitchen, it was all a performance. Every Friday, Saturday night, hi Dorothy. People come in and bump, 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 bump. The Muppets. It's time to set the music and set the lights. That's what corporations are. Jobs are. The bosses, they're the director. They set the stage. They want people. They want to project an image of what they want to be represented as to the public, regardless if they have alternate agendas. It's just whatever people can get people to do. It's people without emotion appealing to the emotion of others. Like this young guy that just like, they've been doing this stuff. They never not did this stuff in America. Because it's a show. I mean, yeah, sure, real people die. That's why it's so stupid. The collateral damage, the martyrs, they sacrifice themselves for, like, all that stuff is, it either gets people to go two ways. Like, people that, like me, like, I had a moment of, like, oh God, another truth speaker got it. Somebody's sharing his truth, and then somebody else doesn't like it, but he has flying lead, so it's one end of the other, the end of two, because somebody lacks emotional control. And that's what the bigger problem is, the spiritual abnormality, that people can't control themselves and stop themselves from causing harm. I don't know the kid. I feel bad for America that it's got to where it's gotten. Like, we've been doing bullshit to ourselves, against ourselves, since 9/11. When I was on 9/11, and I was at Offutt Air Force Base, and Sergeant Peterson come tumbling down the stairs. America's under attack! Bleh. Dude, it was a controlled demolition, and we immediately fucking deployed equipment to bomb somebody over there. And we didn't have members of Congress that said, hey, go ahead and do that. We didn't have it, all these rules, regulations, policies, and procedures that these old fucking lib dicks put in place. We ain't never done of it. None of it. Because we just kill people whenever we feel like it, and that's what America does. And if you speak out against it, you're the terrorist, so. I've been speaking out against fucking dirty birds my whole life. I was one of those baby rapes that people don't ever talk about. I was a 10-month-old baby. I read the sheriff report when I was 13 years old. So I have this thing about being weak in my head. I don't want to be a little baby because terrible things happen to babies. People overcome babies. They do whatever they want to babies. And that's how society is. But people are like, that makes me feel bad. I can't think about that. I don't want to hear about that. And yet it still exists. It always exists because there's always dirty groups that have fucking perverts. I had my grandma, Freemasons. You know, Grandpa used to play strip poker with us. I didn't know that was weird until I was like a teenager. Like, I was a 2-year-old, 3-year-old little girl. Just me, not brother. He always won. So, I know who the pervert is. I know who the creep is. I know who the scoundrel is. I know who the scumbag is. You know, and I don't care about their nationality. I don't care about the color of their skin. I don't care about their ethnicity. I don't care about their gender. I just care about that there's predators on planet Earth that are making it hard for people that aren't predators just to live their everyday life. And it's gotten to a level that has insinuated to a place where Earth will intervene, and there will be catastrophic events, and millions of people will be erased from the Earth. But people are erased from the Earth every day, as we well know. Just, and it's not even nature. It's just people get erased every day because somebody gets annoyed or somebody just. I mean, prisons are full of fucking dudes that couldn't control themselves. I mean, every murder is an act of passion, is a crime of passion, because they just can't, you know, they just can't stop themselves. It's sad. It's a sad state that people are going around killing people just because they don't like them for whatever stupid reason. But it's always been like that. It's just going to happen more and more and more and more and more. So if people want to learn about OPSEC, you're at the right place. Operation Security. Make life fun by dodging death. Where I live in New Mexico, dude, they don't have reverence for life. They don't have regard life. They're taught, just do whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. Drink whatever you want. Then drive. You don't have to worry about those pesky speed limit lines and those slow down the turn ahead, because every day people are killing themselves and other people with their cars because they just got the zoomies so much they just can't slow themselves down. They just gotta go, and all they're ever taught is to do what you want. Don't discipline yourself. It might, don't worry, if it hurts anybody else. That's how they were born and raised in New Mexico. So they're just survival of the fittest. They're just taking themselves out, really. That and too many chilies. And poor management of resources. Let's not forget that. The stupid cousins that get the good job. Everybody's like, oh, the story they're perpetuating here is, oh no, the hospital's gonna close. Well, people don't go to that hospital anyway if they want to live, so... I mean, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It's also terribly subjective. I would have just soon go to the vet and say, dude, somebody come outside. If I ever needed stitches, and let the vet stitch me up. Then no. Their way they practice medicine, nope. They don't have reverence for life. I'm not going to let them touch me. Lunatical. So, science is merging. You're pretty girl. That's how I always looked at it. If you look at my description of my channel, I've been talking about this for years and years and years. Because everything is woo-woo. See, but then you have the people that are setting, the directors of the stage that set up the lights that are like, we know it's woo-woo and we're going to get the benefit of all the woo-woo shit. But we got to tell the rest of them that shit don't exist because we don't want them benefiting in the same ways we do. And that's what planet Earth is. It's all these people going, you can't do that, all the while they're doing that. I was stationed at Offutt. That was a very high profile military base. That's where the doomsday planes, that stage is set. That production is upheld. How many people keep track of that on social? Like, that's all they do is they're watching that. Dude, they fly around all the time just to go to... They used to fly from Offutt to Virginia Beach. They call it training exercises, understand. But it's the important people flying wherever they want using military resources so they can fly out to Virginia Beach, play a couple rounds of golf with their buddies, fly back to Omaha to be back having dinner on General's Row, all on our dimes, while telling people like my mom, like, you don't deserve more than $55 a month to feed yourself and your children because we have a country to defend. We have more important things to do. This country's a lie, and I got all kinds of. I got example after fucking this guy. It's so flag. The flag manufacturers, they can make money because every time there's an event that we gotta be patriotic, there goes flag sales. They go up, and that dude even he was born on Flag Day. Biff is what I call him. Biff, born on Flag Day. Dude thinks he needs to be revered as much as a flag. They get dudes that are always told yes and never told no, and they don't have discipline. They get warped in their thinking. And that dude is a fucking pervy predator himself. He used to freaking have women lined up. What kind of pervert has like does freaking beauty pageants? Like if that isn't women on parade for grossness, and they still perpetuate that. That's a whole industry of and by itself of creepy perverts. Because they're in every group. They're all over the place. And nobody ever stops it because they're somebody's favorite uncle that bought them a car when they were 16. Like, because people sell their soul. They sell out. They rather take money over truth. So this is the world we get. Enjoy it. Hi, pretty girl. Am I kissing you? She says you may kissing me. You want to go up the stairs? Come on, honey bear. I will take you. You're not going to take my chair, are you? She says, you know I will. And doing it in a bit. Come on. Come on this way. It's a pretty girl. Come on this way. Come on, I got your fan on. Oh, you're going to take my chair. Yep. Okay. I just lost my chair. Because my pretty girl got it. You can have it. I will stand, and you're the pretty one and the little girl. Yes, you may. I will stand in the midst. Look. She's my last girl. There. I gotta change stuff now. It's a beautiful day in northern New Mexico. Yesterday, Mom didn't want to go out. I went to the post office. I got my smell good. Oops, it's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. Don't be startled. It was, I don't have any reason to smell it, but it just reminds me of days where I had more accessibility in life. Basically, it reminds me of when I lived in Omaha and I had just gotten dumped. But I was learning how to get to know myself as the new me altered. Navigating through life with frickin' 8 anthrax vaccines that I realized had fried my endocrine system. So I had all this anger in me, and I was angry because I couldn't make the relationship work. Just mad, all this stuff that I was just powerless about. I couldn't control any of it, and I just realized I was getting more and more angry about it. And then so I bought a bicycle and I started going for bike riders. Whenever I get mad and feel powerless, I would take that and put it into something that I had power over, like riding my bike or going for a ride or going out and taking photographs, just doing whatever I could. Then now what I do is I got these 20-pound dumbbells, so whenever I feel powerless, I do sets of 100. 3 sets of 100. So I do sets of 300. Sometimes 4-5 times a day. Like you'll see in my video, like my body's changes and evolve because that's what humans are supposed to do. They're supposed to become better versions of what they were last year with everything that they learned, what's good for them. You stop doing the stuff that's not good for you. You're supposed to do more things that are good for you. Not things that you want to do, because too many people like sit and play video games all day because it's fun. Like hours wasted. People are creating alternate realities based on that. You know, so they're gonna go towards the trajectory. I was talking with a friend last night, she was talking about like the two ways we're gonna go: the natural course of life, the way of the human spirit, and the soul sack. But there's already people that have already designated they want the future to be machine with person, and if that is the way that it goes, ultimately, like the soul farm, the alien ant farm in which we live on, there won't be vessels for souls to incarnate into, because there's just gonna be machines. So what happens to the soul when that happens, when the spirit has no place to go, when there's all these things that want to be creation? Because I look at like God, the creator, as one of these, and we are just reflections. And for every little mirror, there's like a behavior, right? There's like helping an old lady across the street. And then down here you have butt stuff. And then like over here is feeding stray cats and then getting them neutered. Like there's everything that people can do with their free will. They choose, match their energy frequency with creator, and then they navigate through their life like that. But you have all these people that are picking, which is fine, pick the greedy, materialistic way, you know, right and wrong, do all that stuff, split division, pick all that. That's all down here. That's in like creator's asshole behavior, right? And you have less people that are living from their heart, from their spirit, because you have more people living from their ego, which is easing God out. You just do what you want whenever you want, and buy those expensive, stupid shit, and have the house and the fan. It just live for, I call it chasing sensations is what I call it. So now we're seeing who people really are based on their behaviors. And in my community, I like to hand out stickers. I like to give people water. I build community in my own way. Because I am not in agreement with the superficial, stupid cousins that own and run Taos. They'd rather spend, money on redoing stuff that has already been done. And they just serve themselves, because they live from their ego. They live from, don't you know who I am? We're going to make choices that are good for this town because, damn it, we're the stupidest cousins of all. So I don't participate in their stupid reindeer games, because that's all it is. These people, they play Candyland with Taos. Like towns. That's what, it's these people have an idea of how they want the town to be, and they're, by gosh darn it, they're going to make it that way, whether anybody else likes it or not. And that's stupid. I used to grow up watching a lot of TV. It's my escape. It's where I can dip into a universe other than the universe in which I'm surrounded by. So I saw the program, and then I grew up talking with other people. I mean, it used to be a thing that school started after Labor Day for a number of years, and then that's when fall lineup TV started, and people would literally sit around talking about the TV shows, these shows, and that's how, whatever you can do to draw your attention away from creating in real life, they will have people focus to make their pretend worlds bigger. That's why I'm not a fan of famous people. I always thought it was stupid that people that pretend, they read other people's lines. They're parrots, essentially, actors, actresses. And the better the parrot, the more money you get. It's stupid. Everybody should get something, because so many people have so much from doing stupid jack shit. I was a mechanic in the military. I was maintenance. I was a busboy. Like, I have always done these positions of support where I had to support the production of whatever fucking story people were doing. So I know the ins and outs of a lot of systems. I know how far people go to get what they fucking want because they feel like it. They just never feel like helping like single parents keep their kids fed and, you know, shoes that fit right. Like, it never trickles down, and now the cracks of society have cracked to an unsustainable rate. And I love seeing things like, because I don't believe there needs to be a fire department and a police department. I think people should have the resources within their neighborhoods and their own community to keep themselves safe. Like, instead of having groups of men in a truck at a house that has to travel to a place and hook up their hose, just have designated places within the neighborhood that if a fire starts, everybody drags the hose out and participates in putting, every able-bodied, you know, helps in some capacity. Like, they just do it. And then you don't have to wait fucking 20 minutes for fucking fat dudes to put on boots and get in freaking $200,000 trucks. And they just always seem to get there so late. Because you're seeing more people now step into their initiative, and they're bypassing them anyway. You're seeing people, I've done it my whole life. I come up on an accident, I'm yelling somebody else call 911 because I'm administering first aid. So, what is everybody else doing again? Because whenever I come up into a situation where I gotta take charge, Marge, I'm always surrounded by fucking people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I never get paid for it. I never get paid for it. I don't get paid for it. I get paid by the universe, by the creator. Yeah, that's how I get paid. I get paid divinely. I get paid by people that I've never met. That's how I get paid. But I also learned to live within our means, because we have everything we need. We have everything. I have more than I need. I have more than I want. So I love to take that abundance and that security, and I like to offer that to other people. In a world where people are so scared, they have what they want. They got the idea. They're the wrong idea. They're misering that away. They're squandering that security that they have by not sharing the security that they have with other people. You can't keep what you have unless you give it away to other people. That's how current electricity works. Like, this electronic particle won't travel through the electric wire unless it matches other light particles, you know. And then you have contacts, light switches that like to stop that, right? You have the light on, current is flowing, and then somebody flips the switch and then opens the contact. Electricity can't flow, right? It stops the flow. When people keep, like, these rich people that their numbers behind their name just keep growing and growing and growing, but they never use what they have personally to go out and make anybody's position in life better. But they'll donate money and philanthropy, words like that. There's so many philanthropists, you know, that give away so much money, but yet the cracks of society only get wider. It's because it's all fucking bullshit. It's all theatrics. I think it's fucking hilarious that Spencer Pratt kid is out there. He figured it out finally when it impacted him. Like, dude, I've been talking about this. That's all fundraisers are. Ever since Farm Aid, Hands Across America, like, all these things, all these people, they put all this money in a bucket to help a group, yet you never fucking hear about anybody within the group that came and said, you know what, this organization changed my life by helping me. You don't hear those stories because they don't exist. Non-profits are false for profit. They're telling people, we're here to help. themselves when they're driving around with their little fucking logo of their nonprofit on a $90,000 Jeep, that tells me you aren't practical because you own a Jeep and they're shit cars. You're gimmicky, you're trendy, you're cliquey. Fine. But that's not a practical person. So practical people, they don't know what it's like, what it is to take care of people. Because to take care of people, you always have to fucking think practically. And I'm constant. Where I live, it's a small town. They're always pushing, buy local, support local. So fucking support local, so local doesn't do jack shit for me, but raise their prices 300%. So I can fucking pay for their stupid nephew and niece's third wrecked car that they want to replace. So other people's priorities are not my own. These people freaking buy. It's such a crock, man. You know, like Mom and I drove up the other day to freaking the Taos Ski Valley. Like, what a fucking waste of money all that is. Just so people can go wee down a hill. Get on a bucket, go up the hill, and go. It's like rinse, repeat. People get stuck in loops. Like, we're the people that travel far and wide to come to northern New Mexico to ride their fucking bike. Hamster in a wheel. Like, you have nothing fucking better to do than use your inner. You can't, like, ever go work at a soup kitchen. I get do what you want 95% of the time, and then, like, maybe one day of the week you go fucking off or go pay for a homeless person's do their laundry or something. Like, no, it's just 100% do whatever you want, and everybody else should have fucking made better choices. That is so stupid. Like, what fucking planet is this? I think it's funny. I'm out here trying to make a world better for fucking people and their fucking kids. I don't even have kids. I'm just trying to make it better for my fucking nieces and nephews. I think it's fucking hilarious. Because I'm always looking for parents that are like speaking their truth. But no, they just don't. Because they got to collect a paycheck to take care of somebody. Or they don't. No, I live in New Mexico. They threw away my mom. My mom's whole family threw her away. New Mexico is known for throwing away your babies. They still do it. Dumpsters, it don't matter. They don't have accountability. They don't take care and learn from experience in life. They just, it's a mistake. I just need to get rid of it. And not let any... I mean, New Mexico is a big friend of fucking Epstein. They still are delivering diesel to Zorro Ranch. So who bought that? Like, dude, the world, it's a predatory place. You just gotta learn that if you want to get out of it alive at the end, that you gotta work harder in the beginning when you're younger. Because you got, unless you're one of those that your soul just keeps jumping from soul to spirit, soul sack to soul sack. You got to take care of your body, and people are figuring out. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people in the last 2 weeks about sugar level. Like, so I mean, because I am trying to reduce my sugar intake. I'm O positive. It was cool. I love educating people. I will tell everybody everything I know, anywhere I go. If I have an opportunity to provide any training to anybody else that I've been given, I love it. And every now and again I get a craving for like deli food fried chicken. I like the chicken strips though. And at Smith's in town, they have like, it's hatch green chili season, so there's hatch green chili, mac and cheese, and then I got corn. Just for Mom and I get it, like we'll split like a meal thing is what we'll do. And I only wanted to get a couple things because it was too busy and it was late in the afternoon, but I wanted to get bagels. And And then I got that, and I was telling the woman, I said, yeah, I'm O positive blood. And she's like, I'm O positive too. I was like, all right, let me tell you. So I listened to this book on Spotify about the best diet for your blood. And I'm O positive. We eat high protein. I could eat steak for breakfast. Like, I like hot dogs. I like all that stuff that's not good for me. That's why I don't eat it all the time, because I like it. I don't eat pork. I eat pork sometimes. Once a year. I eat pork when I eat my feelings. And hopefully one day I'll get to a point where I'll be like, when's the last time I ate pork? God, it's been years. I can't say that now. I can say that I've abstained from alcohol. So there's other things that I love to consume, but I don't do it because of what it turns me into when I do those things. If this, then that. If I do that, then I don't take care of my mom and my dogs. And that is my primary purpose in life, is to take care of myself so I can take care of them. So things are definitely getting spicy. They're definitely merging. They're getting spicy. We might get out for a ride today, huh, Mom?
Yeah.
You want to get up? You good?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
You good? You comfy?
Yeah.
She's such a cute little old lady. I love her so much. Wait, Ma. Like, you know, the world ain't never done her no favors, so I thought I would. You know, I know that there's plenty of parents that, like, did their kids wrong. My dad is one of them. I often say, my mom didn't raise no dummy, but my dad did. Cause see, and then I learned a long time ago that I'm like half my mom and half my dad. Like I'm half of what they are. But I don't know which half. Am I all the good parts or am I all the bad parts? So when I would deal with my dad, he would look at me like I was all the bad parts of him. Because that's what he saw. Just he was such a negative Aries male, misogynistic machismo. And I was a little girl that encompassed all this energy, balanced feminine and masculine. And he fucking hated me. Because how could this little kid do this? That was my mistake. Because I was his mistake. My parents were divorced and then they hooked up. And then Mom got pregnant with me. So I was always fucking Greg's mistake, you know, like you could have been free and clear with the golden boy Jerome, but you had to go fuck it up and have this weird little kid. And so, you know, I've always been a truth teller, and liars know who truth tellers are. Liars know, even if you're kids on the playground hanging out with other kids, you know who the liars are, and then you carry that. The only thing is people they get okay with the liar, and because they want to be like the liar, they want the benefits of the liar, so they be okay with the liar doing what the liars do, and then they become a liar, and then like attracts like, and then I'm over here on the playground playing by myself. Because kids know, and all we really do is, like, when I see old people, I see a 15-year-old mentality in an old person body. When I'm 50, I feel like I'm 15. When I see 15-year-olds, I see like toddlers, really. But I think that people pretty much evolve to like the 15-year-old, and then they kind of dial in how they want to be perceived versus how they're perceived. Like they dial in on the game. And I don't play those kind of games that other people play. I like to be competitive to see like who has the most talent and ability and stuff like that. I learned a long time ago that the deck is stacked, and they already figure out who fucking is gonna win. And I quit like participating in their reindeer games because it was like people always won that shouldn't have won, but because who they're related to, or you know, the special dealings of the freaking ins and outs of things that we aren't privy to. Like course of actions are already decided because that it's hijacked reality. It's stupid. I won't do it. Elections, reindeer games, sports, waste of time. Like, if you can get fucking 40,000, makes my third eye twitch every fucking football season. I lived in Nebraska 15 years. I got invited to go with Peg Martin to go see a fucking Nebraska Husker football game. You know what I said? Nah, that's cool. I don't really like football. Give the ticket to somebody that would rather like it. I would get invitations. Hey, Marge, you want to go to the Big Ten Championship down in Kansas City? Nah, the idea of fucking standing around in the fucking freezing ass cold around a bunch of stupid people never seems fun to me. So I would rather stay home and pet my dogs and love on them where it's nice and cozy and warm. Why does anybody live in disarray when there's so many people that have so much time to waste doing nothing? Here comes the karma. I'm hearing a lot of people that don't believe in karma. Dude, what energy you put out, you get back. So that means if you are in an environment and something catastrophic happens, and you have an opportunity to help your community, like in what happened in Kerrville, fucking Texas. There's a dude that I listen to, his astrology reports. He lives there. He had a fucking chance to go down, get 2 loaves of bread, some sandwich meat, mayonnaise, mustard, throw some fucking sandwiches together, go down to where people were fucking in the stink, and be like, here, that's an offering. Like, I can't fucking do much because I'm not able-bodied and I didn't make good choices in my life. But here's a simple gesture of how I can offer support to people in my community. No, fucker sat in his chair and talked about it. So, think of all those fucking fuckers sitting in their chairs talking about the terrible things that happen in their towns that do nothing. So if you think something bad is going to happen in your life and the whole fucking community is going to race out to you to be of service to you, might want to check that energy you put out when you had an opportunity to be of service. Fucking dumbasses. All these I listen to so many astrologers. Rick Levine, R-I-K, Rick, Pam Gregory, Joni Patry, freaking all Vedic, Western. It don't matter. I'm just constantly getting these people's takes on how things are going, and then I use psychology based on what I know about the fucking lack of humanity in the world, because people seem to be choosing ego over spirit these days. Maybe it'll swing back around when they really get into their fitness journey, their health journey, when you actually have to work hard for something. Not this Ozempic shit. I have no fucking respect for one single person that got themselves in that disarray and then takes a cheater fucking elixir to lose weight. All their faces are all sunken in like they're little demons because they took the easier fucking softer way. No, I don't got no respect. No false idol for profit. No, Marge isn't gonna fucking respect ya because you're just another fucking layman. Another false idol for profit. It's so stupid, man. Famous people. It's dumb. Like, and then they're bringing back all this old shit. I'm hearing so many stories. I heard a story the other day about how Ted Danson was talking about how he fucking vandalized some billboards in Flagstaff. I don't like Flagstaff as a town. Carrie Gunn lived there. I had a terrible experience there. I was stuck there during a shift for me 5 years ago. Very uncomfortable situation. So I'm not a fan of it. I did go see where Isaac Cappy got thrown off the fucking overpass by Tom Hanks. I saw that. I went and paid my homage to him and his spirit of truth. And, so I'm not a fan, but I'm hearing this story, and he's talking about how he vandalized these billboards because they went against what, and I hear that a lot, because they have all these podcasts bringing back these famous people that only did one thing like 30 years ago, never did nothing significant, but they had a really good long life based on one thing that they did fucking 30 years ago. So they're telling these stories, right? And I'm hearing these stories, I'm like, that shit's illegal. That's illegal. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, it's illegal. That's against the law, right? So, I'm hearing all these famous people that just went around and did whatever they wanted, and they never, that's fucking wrong. So, there's all this wrong in the world, and they never made it right. They just stopped doing the wrong, but they never rectified the wrongs that they did. They never put out energy to compensate for the shit that they did. And now the shift is in full swing. So based on your frequency, based on how you conduct your life, is how the story is gonna go for you. I look at the world as a gigantic radio. That's how I see the world. The world is just a big old radio, and how we tune into the stories that play out is how our frequency connects to the radio. So I live on the 35th parallel, right? And then I think about the events that happened on the 40th parallel recently, because that's the storyline of latitude that was impacted, was the 40th parallel. So look at the charts. So I do things like, okay, when they have one of these events happen, I always look up the latitude and longitude to see where the induction of energy is induced to the grid. Okay? That's how I look at it. So, and then I look at other cities that are on that parallel. So you have the town in which it happened on the 40th, and then you have, so it happened on the 40th parallel, okay? Other major cities that are near the 40th parallel: New York City, Chicago, Columbus, Prague, Frankfurt or Brussels, Beijing, and so not only Utah, what the event that happened there, into the 40th parallel, everybody plus or minus 2, they get invoked with this spike of energy, and then they act out accordingly based on when they were a little kid. Every little kid goes through that rite of passage. The first time they fall on their ass, what does the parent do? That directs so much psychology. If you let the kid process, they will learn how to process themselves. If you get up and race towards the kid, pat it on the back, because it's like, I feel exhilaration. Am I scared or am I excited? You project, they're scared. I'm going to run toward them, pat them on the butt, pick them up, you're okay. So that is how they're going to soothe themselves externally for the rest of their life. You let them process. And then support them as they're processing and working through it. Like, what do you feel? You know, like that? And help them to process. That teaches them and allows them to learn how to process for themselves. Then you won't have all these NPCs on planet Earth. So, you got all these people that are scared. They're feeling a higher vibrational frequency, and so they're putting experiences on that. So they're going to go out and create havoc and make messes, and they're going to spend the rest of their lives cleaning up these messes of things that happen in an instant. Because you put your hands on somebody else in a fit of rage and anger for any kind of reason, there's a universal karmic thing that comes back to that and people don't take that to accord. And I'm seeing all these little fucking dudes. They're out here in the streets, and they're out here, it's just like, boom! And then they hit something, and the person drops. And now they're like, oh yeah. Yeah, you hit him, and he didn't do nothing. Like, and now what, is he dead? Did you break his jaw? Like, do you feel better? Are you a tougher guy now? And then they think that they're big, strong. But it takes more of a man to keep your fucking hands to yourself. But they don't get that. They don't get that. Women, it took me years because I have so much masculine energy. And I grew up in an environment that it was like, somebody wanted me to comply, they just hurt me. And I'd be like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. Just don't fucking hurt me. Whether it's physically, emotionally, it didn't matter. But people have felt compulsions to do harmful things to me until I got to be of the mind that I wouldn't allow it anymore. I won't allow it. Or maybe I will just to see what someone's going to do, but it don't really hurt me. I'm just a little test on planet Earth. Oh, well, if it's fun to hurt people that they're supposedly care about, imagine what they do to people that they don't. So I'll just go back to hanging out by myself. So, have the day you will. Be well. Peace. Ma, you ready to get